Hi, you two. Welcome to your science lesson for today. Today we're learning about the basic needs for humans, well, that's us, and animals. So by the end of the lesson, you will be able to describe the basic needs of humans and animals. And you'll also be able to talk about the things that we need to stay alive. So I would like you to imagine that you have been chosen to lead an exciting mission into space. Very exciting. You're going to go to space for 2 weeks. You're going to be all alone. Okay, so you're going to be in your rocket going to the moon all by yourself. What do you think you need to take with you to keep yourself happy and healthy? So I'd like you to have a little think. I want you to think of 3 things that you would take in the rocket on your mission into space. 3 things that you think, I need those 3 things. What 3 things would you take? So, what did you decide to take with you? Have a think. Do you need these things to keep you alive? Maybe some of the things you chose, you do need to keep you alive, but I'm sure some of you chose some things that you don't really need to keep you alive. So there are many things that humans like to have to make their lives more enjoyable or more comfortable. So for example, a football, an iPad, a phone, a PS4, an Xbox, a nice soft cushion, an LOL doll, colouring books, all of those things we like to have. They make our lives more enjoyable and make things more comfortable for us. But there's only a few things that we really actually need. Do you think you know what they are? Let's watch this video and see.
Animals need air, water, shelter, and food to survive. Our lungs bring in oxygen and remove carbon dioxide, but other animals breathe in all sorts of different ways. Fish use gills to get their oxygen, like sharks. Animals like worms breathe right through their skin. All animals need to drink water to stay alive. It breaks down their food and helps their brains work properly. Fish absorb water through their skin. Elephants suck the water into their trunks, then pour it into their mouths. Some animals hunt for their food. Some animals, like pets, are provided with food. Some animals graze for their food. Some animals gather their food. Some animals, like vultures, scavenge for their food. Some animals find shelter within their own shells. And some animals live in shelter underground. These are called burrows. If animals, including us humans, don't have one or all of these things, they will die.
Okay, so did you work out what are the 3 main things that we need to stay alive? That's right, it was food, air or oxygen, and water. Brilliant, well done. So animals, mammals, reptiles, and birds, so that's us, we are mammals as well, breathe air through their nose or mouth into their lungs, okay? But fish and other sea creatures breathe underwater through gills. And you can see here, there's some arrows pointing to the gills on the shark, okay? So they don't actually breathe in and out of their nose and mouths. They use their gills to be able to breathe, but they do need air, okay? So just like us, they need air. They're a living thing and we need air to stay alive. We also need water. Creatures like us. It's a strange thing to call ourselves, really. Creatures that live on land get water by drinking. So, we can go to the tap, have some water, and drink it. And also we get it from the food that we eat. For example, cucumbers have lots of water in. So although we can't physically see that water, lots of food that we eat contains water. So we are getting water from our food as well. And other animals find water from rivers and things like that to drink. Animals that live in the water, they also need to drink. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? So they live in the water and they also need to drink the water, and they can drink the water through their skin. Very cool, right? They also get the water from their food as well. We need food to stay alive as well. All animals need to eat food to stay alive. Now, I'm going to skip back. Can you remember what an omnivore, carnivore, and herbivore is? Can you remember? Well done to those of you that remembered. So some animals only eat other animals. We call it meat. Okay, these animals are carnivores. So carnivores only eat meat. Some animals only eat plants, and these animals are herbivores. Some animals eat animals and plants, and these animals are omnivores. Most of us are omnivores because we eat meat and we eat plants. Some of you will be herbivores. If you're a vegetarian, then you are a herbivore. And I hope that none of you are carnivores and that you only eat meat. Is anybody a carnivore? I hope not. Okay, so for most humans and animals, shelter is very important too. So the three main things are food, water, and air. But like you saw in that video, shelter is also really, really important. And it's important because it keeps us safe from predators. Okay, those are other animals that may hunt us. Not so much us, but for animals living in the wild, it's important that they have shelter to keep them safe. For example, if you can see down here, there's a little hut with some rabbits in. That's keeping them safe from foxes, for example, who would be the predator there. It also gives us a place to rest, okay? We need to be able to rest and we need to be able to sleep, okay? So that's what our shelter is, our homes, and also to have babies. It protects us from getting wet, too hot, or too cold. Could you imagine not having a home right now, not having a shelter and being outside in the freezing cold, in the snow? It's really important that we have a shelter to keep us safe and protect us from different types of weather. And that, year 2, is it. You have a Google quiz to complete. I will go through it very quickly with you guys so you know exactly what to do. So the first question is you need to tick 3 basic needs of animals and humans. So you need to tick 3 to get all 3 points. Okay, so read each one and think, is that one of the 3 basic needs? You then have lots of true and false questions, okay? If you were listening to this video, you would be able to answer all of these questions correctly. So fish breathe underwater through special organs called gills. Is that true or is that false? Okay, and select the right one. Okay, so you have lots of true and false questions there. And then you have some questions about herbivores, omnivores, and carnivores. So you might need to remind yourself, for example, it says all humans are herbivores. Is that true or is that false? Think about what a herbivore is. Are all humans herbivores? I'll leave you to figure that one out. And then you have your last question is about shelter. Is it very important for humans and animals? And then I would like you to tick 3 reasons why. Okay, pay attention to that. Tick 3 reasons. So read each one and select the 3 that are true. And that's it, year 2. I look forward to seeing all your fantastic responses and have a wonderful afternoon. Bye.